Spelled the right way, too. C-A-N-C-O-R.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin the service. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have everybody's attention? Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask everyone to stop talking, please? Ladies and gentlemen, with the following pallbearers, please come forward. Bruce Kishner, Steve Siegel, Jeff Weinstein, John Thom, Howard Edelman, and Don Berkey. Also, ladies and gentlemen, would you please turn your cell phones to silent mode at this time? Pallbearers, please come forward. No, you followed it. Yes, sir. Okay, go with your left. Continue watching. Watch your step. If you have to, let go briefly. Another chair. Around this way, please. Okay. Please make your way all the way into the tent. Please be mindful of the iPad and equipment over here that's being used to record the service.
Yep, I got you.
Children on the first.
This is recording.
You wear it over your part on the left side. I need to ask the people that are near the iPad, you're going to need to move, please. I either need you to make your way over here. You'll be fine here. Thank you.
Don't stand in front of me.
Oh, because it's just streaming.
We're streaming the funeral right now. And he gets
Donna. Yeah. Now you're good. Okay.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin with military honors for Jack. So, ladies and gentlemen, at times when we ask you to stand, if it's too difficult for you to do so, don't worry, stay seated. Jack was a member of the U.S. Army, and we're going to begin services today with honors from the U.S. Army. You may be seated.
On behalf of the President of the United States Army, and a Great Britain, please accept this flag, a symbol of our appreciation for your moments, faithful and non-negotiable.
Bruchim Habayim. Welcome. I'm Cantor Lori Akers. I want to thank members of our U.S. military for being here to engage in this extraordinary honor. And we also thank Jack Weisman for his incredible service to our country as well. So we have joined here today to remember and honor Jack Weisman, a husband, a father, a Zadie, a brother who was always the liveliest and the funniest person in the room, and who above all else was fiercely dedicated here. Jack's presence in our lives was a source of love and inspiration, and always a ton of laughter. And today we join together to honor his memory and give comfort to his family. As we remember Jack, we experience the values that he left with us, as he has now buried himself deep within our hearts. So we are going to begin our service with the recitation of psalms and prayers that link Howard's life with the tradition of the people of Israel and the eternity of God. Some of you may have these packets. We're going to be joining together with the words of Psalm 23, which we find on this first page, and we will join our voices together. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Jack dedicated his life to loving and protecting his family. And I'm now going to call upon one member of his family to share some words with us. So I'll ask his daughter, Jamie, to join us.
My dad. As I think and think about all the things I want to say about my dad, I just keep saying in my head, my dad. And wonder how to articulate who he was to me and how I feel about him, along with who he was to everyone else. It's impossible to do, but I'll do my best to capture him in this brief moment. And it's hard because the reality is, he was complicated. But then again, who isn't? He certainly wasn't perfect, but who is? Either way, he was my dad and I love him. Nobody can deny the force of nature he was. So full of life and always seemed to be having fun. Of course, he wasn't always having fun or even feeling great, and yet he wanted to make sure everyone else was laughing and having a good time. He was the guy with a joke for almost any situation. Now, don't misunderstand, I'm not saying all of his jokes were funny, but that rarely mattered. because he would laugh so much at his own joke, you couldn't help but laugh too. And that was the point anyway. Also, a lot of them actually were funny in the dad joke kind of way. My dad loved to sing and loved to dance, and he was great at both. He would tell you so. Oh my gosh, he could come up with a song, recall an actual song for any word you said in any conversation. I feel so lucky that I grew up with that love of music. It's such a source of joy. I believe growing up with my parents' enjoyment of music by singing and dancing uninhibitedly gave me, and probably my brother, the same feeling of music being fun, meaningful, healing, energizing, and you could even be transported by it. And that's maybe a nice way to describe being his dance partner. He transported you across the dance floor, I suppose. My mom and I used to say he would throw you around the dance floor. But if you could keep up, it was the best time. It was kind of like an amusement park ride. Exciting and fun and a little scary. But in the way you keep laughing and you're out of breath, and then after a much needed break when it's over, you wanted to do it again. How awesome is that? I'm gonna miss it so much. There were many other things in life my dad loved. He loved to fish and to teach all the kids he knew how to fish, especially to bait their own hook. I think most of us did it until we got a little older and realized how gross that part of fishing was. But he had such patience with kids learning to fish. He loved bowling, playing cards, swimming, horseback riding, the casino, beer, sports, Jeopardy and all trivia, hot dogs and really all food, friends and all of his family. There are way too many stories to tell relating to all of these things and people, so those can be saved for later, which I hope all of us continue to share for many years to come. Lastly, the thing I must talk about is that he loved nothing and no one more than his family. He loved my mom for more than the 62 years they were married. They stuck it out through good and bad times. My dad was smarter than you think. He knew how lucky he was to find such a beautiful woman that loved him like she did. And put up with all his mishigas, as she would say. Like she could. He was smart. He loved me and Corey, and we knew it even when we didn't like how he showed it. I mean, he was being a parent, and sometimes I love you came out as tuck your shirt in, put your hair up, you can't hang out with that kid, and no way are you going skydiving. That was a nightmare. But we went anyway at a later time. Only after becoming a parent myself could I understand this and look back and know that even though I could analyze it and think he should or could have sometimes let things go or done it differently, it all was truly his fierce love for us. And that leads me to his next biggest and fiercest love, Julian and Jennifer. They were his world. They changed him in many ways and for the better. He would do anything for them, including changing diapers for the first time in his life. He was so in love with these babies, and it never diminished even a little as they grew up. If anything, his love grew more as they did. He spent as much time as he could with them, with or without my mom, being with them, doing for them, whatever they wanted or needed. He wanted to be the one who could grant their wishes. He did an amazing job. He was so present and so helpful and so loving since the day Jillian was born and then when Jennifer was. that I started calling him Maury Poppins. He didn't mind that I called him that at all. My tough guy, macho man dad, because nothing made him more proud or happy than being their Zadie. My parents were my kids' second set of parents. For that, I will be forever grateful. It's so hard to comprehend life without him now, but I know he will be in our hearts forever. Because a man like him could never be forgotten or not missed. My mom and dad say it best. Our love will last and never die. Dad, I miss you so much already. Your Jamie Lynn face loves you. I love you.
Jamie, we thank you so much for your deeply heartfelt words about your father. Jack's journey began in the embrace of a large family as the second youngest sibling among 9. Growing up in the face of adversity, his family faced the struggle of making ends meet, even finding solace in the Marks Nathan Orphan Home for a time. Yet it was there that Jack discovered the beauty of community and of finding joy in the company of others despite life's challenges. At Roosevelt High School, destiny intervened when he met his beloved Bonnie, sparking a love story that spanned an incredible 62 years. Their union was a testament to enduring love, weathering the trials of life together with unwavering devotion. Answering the call to service to his country, Jack joined the Army, finding himself stationed in the terrains of Alaska as a ski trooper. Upon returning home, Jack embarked on a journey of family and career, working as a painting contractor and as a car salesman during his off season. They welcomed their children, Corey and Jamie, 9 years apart, into the world, nurturing a home filled with love and laughter, and one that was always abundant in family. Throughout his life, Jack's heart overflowed with love for those who he held close. After moving to Milwaukee and to Florida, Bonnie's mother's stroke brought Bobby and Jack and their family back to Chicago. His dedication to caring for Bobby's mother during her time of need reflected his selflessness and compassion. He became their steadfast rock, providing comfort and support. It was said by several members of Jack's family that it was his sense of humor and ability to put a smile on Bobby's mother's face that kept her alive for years beyond what was anticipated. In his later years, Jack found joy in simple pleasures of gardening and fishing, cherishing these moments in particular as Jamie had shared with his grandchildren. His affinity for all children was boundless, earning him the endearing title, as Jamie had mentioned, of Maury Poppins for the magical way in which he had with youngsters. He was a father and a grandfather who showed up for everything. For Corey's wrestling matches, and for Jenny and Jillian's sports games, track meets, band concerts, he was always there. A man of laughter and light, his infectious humor brought joy to all who knew him. His home was a haven of celebration, where laughter echoed and memories were made. He was a serial jokester who at times was even known for doing handstands within the windows of his office so that bystanders outside would only be privy to seeing upside down legs making their way across a window. And although he was able to find light in most areas of his life, one element that he took very seriously was seating at restaurants. He never met a restaurant table that satisfied him on the first try, notoriously finding something wrong with every table. I mean, is it too much to ask to have a table that is not too close to the kitchen, not too close to a bathroom, not too big, not too small, not near crying children, and that will enable him to have his back against the wall? His restaurant table shifting became such a part of Jack's fabric that if his family had a reservation at 7 p.m., Jenny and Jillian would ask if they could meet up at 7:10 once all the table shifting had concluded. He was also endearingly known as a food pusher, meaning he was always taking food and saying, "Try it, try it." And above all else, Jack loved people. He looked at everyone equally and was known for making friends everywhere he went, whether it's Sam's Club or among his grandchildren's peers. He cherished his role as a protector, standing tall, although not physically, but very strong for his family, and yet his heart always remained gentle and kind. His dedication to his family surpassed all else, a testament to the depths of the love that emanated from the core of his being, expressed in myriad ways, but always with sincerity. Even in the face of his diagnosis in September, his strength shone through as he navigated the endless cycle of medical procedures without complaint, reserving any worries or fears for the comfort of his beloved Bobby. For Jack, family was not just a source of support, but a healing balm, offering solace and normalcy even in the midst of adversity. Recently, during a visit from Corey to watch the Super Bowl just a few weeks ago, the world seemed to regain its familiar rhythm, a testament to the profound comfort found in the presence of his son. While his time with us feels unfairly brief, Jack's life was a treasure trove of riches, measured not in material wealth, but in the love that he shared and the legacy that he leaves behind. As we reflected on his life yesterday, as we shared together as a family, each family member's recollections paint a picture of the man whose love knew no bounds. Bobby, you expressed how his deep love for you, how you felt like the most cherished and beautiful woman in the world. Jamie, under his protective wing, you found comfort, reassured of your safety in this world. Corey, you mentioned that he taught you how to be tough and that you knew that you could do anything. And you knew that he was so proud of you, expressing this in a special way in which the two of you communicated. Jenny and Jillian, you mentioned how he encouraged people, making everyone feel as if they were the best at their individual endeavors. And Jeff, you had mentioned that he was all about family. In the wake of his passing, we find ourselves bereft of Jack's laughter, love, and steadfast protection. Yet his spirit lives on in the memories that we hold dear and the love that continues to surround us. Okay, oh, that's wonderful. So we'll now all stand together and we'll rise together only if you're able to do so. If you would like to stay seated, please do so as well. With the chanting of El Malay Rachamim, we ask that Jack's soul be granted Menucha and Pronah, proper rest. El Malay Rachamim, Shocherim, 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 Asay, Rachamim, 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 is from Lamim, Ve'Yisroel, Yisroel, Achayim et Nishmato, Adonai, Nachato, V'yamur Mishalom, Mishalom, Amishkavod, V'nomar, Amen. Be seated. So Jack's life is no longer present in the way that it was prior to this moment. Prior to this moment, there were earthly mitzvot, earthly deeds that we could do for Jack. As there are now no more earthly deeds that we can do for Jack. What we can do is embark upon this mitzvah of burying him by hands that are loving, hands that are comforting. And so we will all embark upon this mitzvah if we are comfortable doing so. In a moment, I'm going to ask Jack's family to take earth from the soil of Israel, which is known to sanctify the soul of our Jewish people. After that, if you're comfortable doing so, we can all take 3 shovelfuls of dirt. This is a beautiful ritual. There are 3 shovelfuls of dirt. We ask that the first shovelful is used by the backside of the shovel to symbolize that this is an atypical task. It's not a task that we want to be doing right now. And then we'll also ask that when you are done taking your shovelful, that you'll put that right back into the pail as well, rather than handing that off to the person next to you. So that we're really fully embodying this process. So I'll ask for your family to join me here. Everybody, please be careful as well, just because of this little slippery here as well.
So we normally would put the cover on.
We're going to do it. So we'll do that first. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Yaseh 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 shalom.
And I'll also ask that after we embark on this ritual together, that we all stay here and we will say the Kaddish together. We'll wait a moment.
I do want to warn everybody, it looks extremely muddy here. So if you're going to go up to put some earth in the grave, please be very, very careful.
We should do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okay.
Here, I've got the mic here.
Okay.
Bobby's sister Carol would like to share a couple words. I've known Jack since I'm 6 years old. And so in many ways he was my brother. And the one thing that came to mind that I'll remember him forever is he was a teenager in a grown-up body. And he always brought fun into my life and to everyone else's life. He will be dearly missed. Thank you, Carol.
Your sister. Thank you for the don't have any like carpet or anything.
Boy, it's muddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a moment, please. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention that we're finishing the service?
So we're going to take a moment to join together the words of our martyr's Kaddish, which we find on the back of our pamphlets. In this moment, we recognize that although our Kaddish prayer is associated with the passing of our loved ones, there is no mention of death in our Kaddish prayer. We read of all the reasons that we are to continue to praise and to carry on the legacy that Jacques has left behind. We join together and we rise. Yikadal v'kadash shemei rabba v'yamad yivrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayet chol beit Yisrael v'ayalav b'zman kari v'ru amen. V'hei shmei rabba v'barach olam v'amei amaya v'barach v'shabbat v'pa'ar v'shomam v'yitnaseh v'tadar v'talei la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush birchata v'nechamata la'miran v'ama v'baru amen. V'hei shlama rabba min shamayim v'chayim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'maru amen. Say shalom v'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yeshvei tevel v'maru amen. May Jack's memory be for a blessing. We are going to embark in one last beautiful ritual together, and even though it is very slippery, so I'm going to ask everyone to be very careful.
You got to do it on the road if you're going to do that.
On the road?
People are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
They're gonna,
yeah, this is gonna be hard.
I would just everyone go out to the road.
Okay,
and do that.
so we're gonna ask that everybody, for safety's sake, we're gonna do this on the road. We're going to make 2 lines facing each other. So we'll go shoulder to shoulder with
Not
one
the
another.
family, but everybody else.
Facing each other. The family will stay here. And we do so as we are going to create a moment of comfort for our mothers in a moment of meditation for
Please stand on either side of the road.
to repeat these words after me. May God console you
May God console you
with all who mourn
with all who mourn
in the midst of the gates of Zion.
in the midst
and Jerusalem. And I'll say that in Hebrew, "Hamakom yanachem etchem b'tzchok sha'arei avalei Zion Yerushalayim." We thank you, everyone who has joined us here this afternoon. And our service is concluded.
Here, I want to just let you say goodbye to the people that are here.